Dropship. आओ सिखलाऊं तुम्हें ई कॉम, ये है मेरी अपनी कॉम। ई कॉम का है ये सपना, ड्रॉपशिप काम है ये अपना। आओ सिखलाऊं तुम्हें ई कॉम, ये है मेरी अपनी कॉम। ई कॉम का है ये सपना, ड्रॉपशिप काम है ये अपना। अली से प्रोडक्ट्स उठाएंगे, शॉपिफाई पर उसे चिपकाएंगे, फेसबुक पर एड्स भी चलाएंगे, बैठे बैठे बस मिलियंस बनाएंगे। यूं हट कर प्रोडक्ट्स उठाना है, बिंदास एक फनल बनाना है, उसके ऊपर आप सेल चिपकाना है, बैठे बैठे बस मिलियंस बनाना है। आओ सिखलाऊं तुम्हें ई कॉम, ये है मेरी अपनी कॉम। ई कॉम का है सपना, ड्रॉपशिप काम है अपना। आओ सिखलाऊं तुम्हें ई कॉम, ये है मेरी अपनी कॉम। ई कॉम का है सपना, ड्रॉपशिप काम है अपना।
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your friend Mones Ali, and I hope you are excited for today's Q&A session. I am really pumped up, and I'm really sure that you guys are also warmed up now. So, for those who haven't seen my rap yet, make sure to watch it on YouTube. It's called Ecom Rap, and you know the drill. If you're watching me live, make sure to type live in the comments. And if you're watching the recording of this session, then make sure to type recording. And for people who are watching me on YouTube right now, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any update from me. Now, so, just like every time, what we are going to do is I am going to take some questions from you guys so that I can answer your questions, and let's have a great Q&A session today. So, as I can see, I have already got some great questions from you guys. And before starting out, I just need to know if you guys can hear me properly and if you can see me. Please let me know in the comments if you can hear me properly and if you can see me. Binod OP guys, what is this Binod thing? I'm really not sure. Like everybody is talking about this thing, Binod. Everybody is mentioning it in the comments. So I am really not sure what this is. All right, so please let me know in the comments if you can see me properly and if you can hear me, so that we can start the session. All right, so Rohan says perfect. Avi says yes, sir. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the questions one by one. All right, so let's start with the first question. So the first question is by Rohan Yadav. He says how to tackle higher CPP problem. So how to tackle higher CPP problem? And for those who do not know what CPP is, CPP stands for cost per purchase. So, Rohan, what I usually do is I try and test multiple creatives because I do not know which ad is appealing the most to my audience, right? The only way to find it out is by testing. So, I keep on testing multiple creatives from time to time. I try and launch different versions of my ad in order to find out which one is giving me the best cost per purchase. That way what happens is I am able to hit multiple pockets. I'm able to target multiple people. I'm hitting multiple angles. Plus your ad never gets saturated, your ad never gets old. Now a very simple way of doing this, if you do not have enough resources, is simply shuffle the clips. Like let's say that the clip 1 on your video can be replaced by the clip 5, and then clip third can be replaced by clip 4, so on and so forth. So what you need to do is you need to try and test different combination, maybe change the music, maybe change the text which you have used, maybe change the overlay, or maybe try and test different thumbnails and different ad copies. So this is something which has helped me a lot in finding some really good creatives which are giving me some really cheap cost per purchase. I do get this question a lot, that how do you maintain the cheap cost per purchase, and how do you try, how to keep it low. So this is the way how I try and keep the cost per purchase really low. All right, so the next question: DTDC versus delivery surface, which one is better? See, the delivery teams, they are these logistical companies. What really happens is their performance varies from time to time. It's never consistent. Let me be very clear with this thing. It's never consistent. So I recently had a word with people from Nimbus Post, and what they said is, so go for e-cart. So instead of DTDC and delivery, the Nimbus Post people themselves, they asked me to go with eCard. They said that there might be some issues with the pickup, but once they have completed the process of pickup, then their delivery is way better than any other at present. Now, let me remind this thing to you once again, that the performance of these delivery companies changes from time to time depending on the kind of manpower they are having, depending on the number of orders they are having. Now, I know for the fact that there are a lot of fake RTOs going on these days. The reason is simple. I had a long talk with these people from Nimbus Post, and what they said is, because of the coronavirus situation, there are many businesses who are trying to move from offline to online. Now, if there are more businesses online, so that simply means that there is going to be more load on these companies, right? These shipping companies. So what's happening really is that they are taking a lot of orders from a lot of people, and the problem there is, the problem is with the delivery guys. They are getting more work and they are very lazy. So what's happening is they are simply marking those fake remarks by saying that the customer refused the order, and all those false NDRs and all the false RTOs. So that is something which is happening, and it's happening because of this increasing load on these shipping companies. And when we go down the funnel, then the person, who's getting the least amount of salary, or the least amount of profit out of the whole system of this e-commerce, he might he might fuck up, right? And that's something which has happened with most of us, that the delivery guys, they are not being professional. They are just trying to say that, okay, I have delivered this much of orders, or I have attempted this many numbers of orders, and these people were not available. The customer did not maybe receive the call, or maybe the customer refused the order. Now, why am I saying all this? How do I know all these things? Simple. I had a long talk with the Nimbus guy, the Nimbus Post people, and I noticed that some of my prepaid orders got rejected, and the note which they mentioned over there was that the customer refused the order. So obviously, like, if a person has done a prepaid order, then how is he going to refuse your order, right? So that is something which kind of made me some alert, and I thought there is something fishy going on, and that is the reason I simply contacted the Nimbus Post guys. All right, so somebody says CBO. So, bro, what about CBO? Simply, go for CBO mastery if you want to talk about CBO, if you want to learn anything about CBO, and I'm really sure that you're going to love it. So the next question is how to make payment widget like this. Okay, I have seen actually your comment in the on the group. So what this person has done is he has simply created. So what this person has done is he has simply created two variants, and in those two variants he has changed the price of the product. He hasn't done anything special. Now, okay, I just got a sale. So this is a very interesting question. Which type of T-shirt sells more and fast? Unisex T-shirts or male-female tees? So I usually go for unisex tees because First, they are cheap. Second, even if I am trying to stock some inventory, then it reduces the numbers because both male and female can wear those unisex tees. So if you are doing POD and if you're confused that whether you should go for a unisex t-shirt or maybe a male or female t-shirt, then always go with a unisex t-shirt. And black is the one which sells the most, so make sure whenever you are trying to test any design in print on demand, make sure that you test with a black t-shirt because black t-shirt sells the most. Which email marketing tool plugin do you suggest for abundant cards and sales newsletters kind of stuff other than MailChimp? So, other than MailChimp, one of my favorite is Klaviyo, Klavio. So, Klaviyo is actually the best email marketing tool when it comes to, abundant cart or maybe, just warming up your audience. So, Klaviyo is a very, very smart email marketing tool. I do agree with the fact that Klaviyo is a bit expensive, but trust me, like if you know how to use it correctly, then it's gonna cover up its fee by itself. So most of the pro level marketers who are very good into email marketing, especially for e-commerce, they will always recommend Klaviyo. So that is what I would suggest. So the next question is SMS alert required for US customers? I believe that is absolutely optional because US customers also respond very well to the emails. So what I would recommend is test emails first, and if you see that there is still scope of improvement, and if you think that yes you want to add SMS, then you can go for SMS. I honestly haven't tested SMS that much in the international market, so I cannot recommend SMS as of now. For India, for sure, it works very well, but for the international market, I usually go for the emails. All right. So if you are having any question for me, make sure to type it in the comments so that I can answer it for you right away. Okay, so Ishank says, bro, I want to know if I am running a store in US, how can I collect the payments? So Ishank, if you are running an international store or if you are running a store in US, so the most easiest way to collect the money is via PayPal. PayPal is something which you can for which you can register, and then you can use PayPal's express checkout for on your store. That way you will be able to collect the international payments without any problem. So if you are somebody who wants to start an international store or who wants to sell in US and still worried about the payment gateway, you can always start with PayPal, and then once you think that yes, your store is quite established and you can improve now and you are ready to take it to the next level, then you can go for more payment gateways. The easiest one is to checkout. To checkout is something which you can get very easily. Then if you are lucky, then you might even get Stripe. So these are the payment gateways which you can use for the international store. And at present, like if you are a complete beginner and if you simply want to start collecting payments from US, then start with PayPal. All right. So what's the next question? What's the next question, guys? What's the best way to scale? Rohan says, "What's the best way to scale?" So, best way to scale is to scale big, apply the jumbo technique which I have shown inside Ecomics University, or maybe if you are somebody who has taken CBO mastery, then apply the jumbo technique and it's going to skyrocket your sales. So that is the best way to scale. Simply apply my jumbo technique, and you will see some great results when you talk about scaling. All right, so the next question is, I have sublimation machine print setup for Indian customers for US. Is it a good idea to ship from India to US myself or an US vendor only? Is best way to proceed? So I would recommend going with US vendor if you are somebody who wants to sell in US. So if you're somebody who wants to sell t-shirts in US, then I would definitely recommend going for a US vendor instead of any other vendor, bro. So always go for a US vendor, and I think that is something which can actually help you a lot. All right. So what's the next question? Okay, I can see live. Da, da, da. Let me know in the comments if you are having any question for me. Let me know in the comments. What is? Da, da, da. All right. So I've got a lot of questions from you guys. So let me go through them one by one, one by one. All right. So, bro, I want to know if I am running. So, da, 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 da. Okay. Okay, so somebody says a fake remark by delivery boy. How to handle that? So I know that there are people who do give a lot of fake remarks when we talk about the delivery boys and all. The only way to handle that is by using the IVR system of Nimbus Post. That is the only solution which I can think of at present, because that way what you can do is you can tell them that this is the recording of this particular conversation. Please make sure to hear it out, so that you can forward it to the shipping company, and then they can help us in resolving this problem. So if you are somebody who is sick and tired of the fake remarks of these delivery companies, just like I am, then make sure, guys, make sure so that make sure to use Nimbus Post and make sure to use their IVR, so that when you call them, call your customers using the recorded line, you are able to tell them that, hey, this is the recording, this is the proof. Make sure to give it to the company so that they can actually do something about it. All right. So what's the next question? How to start in Indian e-commerce? Okay. So the best way to start Indian e-commerce is simply by starting your Shopify online store. Try to do follow some product research videos of mine. So like shortlist some products, shortlist some good products, make a list, make a proper like Excel list, and then start. Simply like launch the products, test it in the market, test it on Facebook, test it on Instagram. And that's the only way how you can start big. All right. So now the best free theme for US dropshipping. I think you can go with Venture theme or with Debut theme, because these two themes are very good when we talk about the free Shopify themes. So these two can be really good themes for you if you're somebody who just wants to use the free Shopify themes. All right. So the next question is: this month has been the worst for my product. Have you seen the inconsistency with your ads manager too? You are absolutely right. Yes, there has been like a lot of ups and downs in this month. So what I usually like to do is I try to test multiple creatives, and when I see a kind of inconsistency in the results, then instead of scaling, what I do is I try to just maintain a proper average. I don't scale big. Instead, what I do is I try to work on my store and test some new products. That's it. That's what I do, because I know that if I'll scale big, then I'm going to lose a lot of money. So I never scale big whenever I see inconsistent results. In order to tackle this inconsistency, what you can do is you can try CBO, campaign budget optimization. So what I have noticed is that my CBO ads are performing better than the normal ad set budget optimization ads. So instead of using the regular ads, try to go for CBO, because CBO is way more consistent compared to ABO. Okay. From where you get ad creatives. So Roshan, I have a dedicated team. I have a dedicated team to handle the creatives. So they take care of everything, all the creatives. I just simply tell them that this is the product I want to launch. Try to create some good videos for it, so that I can launch the ad, and I can simply scale it big. And I also make sure that they create multiple versions of a particular ad for me. So what's the next question? Da, da, da. What is the strategy if you have a new e-commerce store? So Ishank, if I am absolutely like if I'm launching an absolutely new e-commerce store, what I would do is I would test 5 products every single day. So once you are doing this for a single week, then you will see that by the end of the week you will end up with a lot of winning products with you. And once you're having the winning products, then it's time to scale. So it really doesn't matter if you are an absolute beginner. Simply test 5 products every single day, and trust me, this is the best time to test the products because there is low competition and people are in the buying mood. Best website for POD products in India. As of now, I don't really think that there is a good website for POD products in India. And if you come across one, do let me know about it so that I can share it with the people in my groups. Praveen says profitability goes down in Indian ecom because GST on products and Facebook ads. How to price the products for profitability? Okay, so this is a very good question. Usually, people get confused with setting up the price for their Shopify products. So here is something which I usually do. I simply multiply the cost of the product by by four or maybe five, depending on which one is more practical. So I multiply the cost of the product by four or five, and then it actually covers it up for me. Like it covers the GST, it covers the Facebook ad cost, it covers up almost everything for me. So if you are somebody who is confused about pricing your products in India, simply multiply it by four or five. And if you're somebody who is confused about the pricing of for your international stores, so what you can do is simply add $20 to your international product. So let's suppose that there is a product which is costing you around $4. Then the price which you will be selling it at will be $24. So that is something which I follow for my international store. I keep a $20 margin at least, and for the Indian store, I simply multiply the price of the product by four or five. So what's the next question? Da, 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 da. So guys, if you're having any question, make sure to type it in the comments. What about the inventory and manufacture because of China issue? So there are a lot of vendors available in India who are already having the stock. What you need to do is simply go to indiamart.com and try and speak to them. I think that can actually solve a lot of problems for you. भाई आप इंडिया ई कॉम करते हैं या आउट ऑफ इंडिया एंड विच इज मोर बेनिफिशियल? सो आई गेट दिस क्वेश्चन अ लॉट दैट मैं खाली इंडियन ई कॉम करता हूँ या मैं इंटरनेशनल भी करता हूँ. So I do both. I am having international stores and I am having Indian stores. Why just stick one with one? यार देखो सिंपल सी बात है, मार्केट ओपन है चाहे वो इंटरनेशनल हो चाहे वो इंडियन हो. So if you can do both, then why just stick with one? So I'm having both international stores and Indian e-com stores. Now the question, which one is more profitable? I will be very honest with you. The international store is way more profitable than the Indian store because in the international store things are run very professionally. Things are way more smooth compared to the Indian stores. Because India, mein, the delivery thing is an issue. Plus the RTO is a big pain in the ass. So because of which, my personal opinion is always going to be the international stores because dollars में कमाने का मजा ही कुछ और है. All right, so what's the next question? Ta, 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 ta. Arush says, is it good to start now in Indian ecom or should we wait for a few months as the RTO is too high? So Arush, what I would say is, why don't you start testing the products? So if you can start with testing the products, then what will happen is you will be having a lot of good products with you in a month or two, and make sure that Diwali is in November. So just like for the international market, we target Q4. For the Indian market, always keep in mind that you have to keep Diwali in your mind because during Diwali people are in the buying mode. They buy like crazy. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel that people buy like anything around Diwali. So what I will suggest is try to test a lot of products during this time. Try to keep some really cool winning products with you. Try to shortlist them, and then start launching, bro. And if if you come close to like in November, then start scaling. So try to find the right creatives, try to find the right products during this time. Make a list of all the good winning products, and during Diwali, simply hit the scaling button. All right. So what if somebody clicks on online payment and the amount charges, but see, bro, there is no solution for this question. There is no solution for this. This month is the worst for my product. Are you facing the inconsistency, especially this month? Yeah, there was some inconsistency for me. What I have done is I have started using CBO more, and I have also started testing a lot of creatives in order to, keep the cost per purchase low. I want to learn POD T-shirt in USA completely. Should you cover this in Economics University? And if I face any issue and problem, how should I take help from you directly? So Arush, yes, there is a very brief section inside Economics University which targets only print on demand. So if you're somebody who is focusing around the print on demand for international market, then yes, Economics University is the right fit for you, because I have covered the product research system, and how to get the t-shirts done, how to get the designs done, what are the right things which you should do, what are the do's and the don'ts for the POD. So yes, Economics University is the right fit for you. And regarding the support, then we are having a dedicated group which is called Economics University. So if you're having any questions, you can simply post it in the comments, or you can simply post it in the group, and not just me, but all the other members are also willing to help. So you will find a great atmosphere inside Economics University. And if you want to connect with me directly, then you can connect with me like the way you have connected with me right now in this Q&A session. So I think I have answered your question, and I'm really looking forward to see you inside Economics University, Ayush. All right. So the next question is, which is best, ABO or CBO for testing a product? So for testing a product, I would definitely recommend ABO, and for scaling, I would recommend CBO. Ads work good for a few days, then drop in sales. What to do? Simply start testing a lot of creatives. Once you start testing a lot of creatives, then you will see it yourself that your ads performance will increase. Shopify versus WooCommerce for Indian e-commerce beginners. I would always go for Shopify, because Shopify is very easy, bro. So always go start with Shopify, and once you think that Shopify is not the right fit for you, and you can handle WooCommerce, then and only then go for WooCommerce. I have never liked WooCommerce, to be very honest with you. I have always been a fan of Shopify. That is the reason I am suggesting Shopify to you. Can we sell Chinese products in India because difficult to find Indian made wow type products? Well, Shadab, that is a very tricky question, because there is no right and wrong answer for this. So, what I would say is, if your customers are buying the product from you, then yes, you can sell it. And if your customers are rejecting it, if they are, annoyed with your product, and if they clearly say that, they are not interested in your product, then, you have to stop selling. So, like I said, there is no right answer for this. If your customers are buying it, then why not go for it? So the next question is, what about the inventory and manufacturers due to Chinese issue? I think I've already answered that. Okay, so what's the next question? Ta, 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 ta. All right, so I'm getting a lot of comments and a lot of questions, because of which I might miss some of them. So guys, if I miss your question, make sure to type it again. Okay, so POD versus normal product store for US market. See, I have always been a fan of drop shipping, and I would always recommend having a general store, a drop shipping store where you can test a lot of products. And inside a general store, you can also have a proper collection where you can also test some t-shirts. So if you're an absolutely beginner and if you want to test the international soil, then make sure to start with general store, start with a regular drop shipping store, and then see which is working for you. For me, I have never been a fan of POD. I have always been a fan of dropshipping because using a dropshipping model, you can create multiple brands. And I believe that you also have this zeal of creating multiple brands. So I will always recommend going for a dropshipping store. Ads work good. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I have done this one. RTO has gone 40%. I know, bro. I know. Like at this moment, RTO is going up. Try to have a solid backup team. Plus, make sure that you become a real pain in the ass for the shipping company and the company which is handling all the shipments for you. Be it Nimbus Post, be it ShipRocket. Make sure to be a pain in the ass for them. Make sure to call them up every single day, and make sure to get your questions and your queries resolved. It really does not matter whether you are working with uh, ShipRocket or Nimbus Post. Make sure to because they both are charging you money. Okay, so make sure to be a pain in the ass for them. Make sure to call them up every single day so that they do not miss any of your question. Do I need to set up a PayPal account in US to collect payments in USD, and how to set up a PayPal account in US? No, you don't have to set up any US PayPal account. You can simply sign up with your Indian address and with your real credentials. So that is something which I would recommend. Which is the best solution for fast delivery in India? Fast delivery in India. I think you can go with Blue Dart. They are pretty good. They deliver pretty fast. And earlier, like ExpressB was doing a great job, but since past few days, ExpressB is not performing that good. So I would recommend Blue Dart. Ads were good. I think I have answered this one. Best vendor for POD in India? No clue, bro. Yeah, we do that, but not get the solution. The shipment gets RTO. Okay, so now this is a good question. How to upsell in Shopify? So Ishan, there are multiple options which you can use in order to have some post-purchase upsells in Shopify. There are multiple apps, but I would recommend my favorite one. So my favorite app for upsell on Shopify is a one-click upsell by Zipify. So what I use is Zipify's one-click upsell. I think it works great. It will give you like multiple options for upselling, and it is very smooth. It works with Shopify like anything. Like it's very smooth. So I would always recommend going for the one-click upsell by Zipify. How to build system and process for scaling. See, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you are getting good ROAs. So if your ROAs are good, then simply scale big. Don't just go for 20%. Don't go with 30%. Scale big. Like maybe launch 10 times bigger budget. Maybe launch 20 times bigger budget, and see if it's working for you or not. And make sure to apply Facebook rules, because Facebook rules are going to play a crucial role over here. It will help you in being profitable, and it will help you in killing all the non-successful ads. I am newly starting dropshipping. Please suggest I should start with Indian or international. So what I would recommend is start with the Indian store, because Indian store is comparatively easy. So what you can do is you can start testing with few products in the Indian market, and see how the system works, see how everything works. And once you're comfortable with the Indian market, once you know how to launch the ads, once you know how to uh, test the products and how to scale, then be it Indian market, be it international market, everything will be quite easy for you, and then you will, because you will be having certain experience with you, because experience is something which is very important. So start with the Indian store, it's comparatively easy. Okay, so what's the next question? Monis Guru, because of you, my ROS is 7.5 on my Indian e-com store on cold audience. How to scale it more? So Shambhu, first of all, congratulations, bro. You are doing really great. Your ROAs are pretty great. Now, in order to scale it really big, apply the jumbo technique. I think that you are inside Economics University, so make sure to apply the jumbo technique. You will see some crazy results. Because I love scaling. So if you haven't seen the jumbo video so far, make sure to apply the jumbo scaling method. It will give you some great results. I have seen some great results with that technique myself. Sahil applied the same technique, and it has given some great results to him as well. Many other students have applied this technique. So go with the jumbo technique. How much money we need to invest in testing one product minimum? So minimum, I would recommend test spend around 1000 rupees in order to test a product in the Indian market. And for the US market, I would recommend going somewhat around, like 50 to $100 for one product. How to handle returns in US e-com with AliExpress? So, bro, what I usually do is I never ask my customer to return the product. Instead, what I like to do is I tell them that, hey, you know what, you can keep the item. You can keep the item, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to even refund the money to you. So that way, okay, I do lose some money, but I also gain a loyal customer, and that customer will keep on buying from my store over and over again, because now I have won his trust. And winning a customer is way more important than getting just a single sale. Always remember that. So that is the reason why I always go for I always let my customer keep the product, so that he or she ends up to be a happy customer, and then later on the customer's lifetime value keeps on increasing for me. So if this is something which is bothering you, then I think you should try this formula. All right, so what's the next question? This is happening first time on my store, and it becomes awesome for me. Great, bro, great. Like scale it to the moon, scale it to the moon. Okay, so what's the next question, guys? Ads were good for few days. Again, drop in sales while scaling. What to do? So during scaling, make sure that you are testing the best possible audience instead of just the regular audience. Go to the column which says breakdown at the right of your Facebook Ads Manager, and then see which audience is working the best for you. Like which age group is working the best, which regions are working the best, which platform is working the best, which placement is working the best for you. So once you have made a note of everything which is working best for you, then duplicate your ad in a higher budget campaign instead of just duplicating a regular ad, because you need to go with the best audience when you're trying to scale. Okay, so when do you scale or kill an ad? I simply scale the ad when I see some positive ROAs, and I kill them when I see negative ROAs. It's very simple for me. So this guy is actually kind of spamming me. I said full total testing phase amount, this budget. I know how to set and all. I just want to know your his thoughts about it. Okay, I think I have answered this question for you, bro. Okay, so hi. What should be the technique and strategy for my e-com store? Just to clarify, we are launching our own apparel brands and planning to launch it on our e-com store. So, what should be the technique and strategy for my store? So, if it's your own product, if it's your original product, then make sure to go for influential marketing as well. Try to rope in somebody, some famous YouTuber, or maybe try to rope in some celebrity if you can, because at this time, honestly, nobody is having a lot of work, so they might agree to work with you. Okay, so if you can rope in any famous person with you in this time, then yes, you can do that. Then, other than that, try to test some carousel ads if it's your own product. So, try to test multiple carousel ads so that you can find out some winning products. Once you find some great winning products, then make sure to launch them individually. And once you launch them individually, then you can scale it big. At present, your focus should be on building your audience, building brand loyalty. Because if it's your own product, then make sure to focus on building some great audience and building brand loyalty. These are the things which you should focus on. Be patient. Absolutely, be patient, bro. So, how much budget should I keep while starting international e-commerce? So, Ganesh, I would recommend keeping around $2,000. That is something which my personal choice will be. It can vary based on your own pocket, but for me, I would at least keep $2,000 to $3,000 spare for my Indian store. सर इंटरनेशनल सेलिंग में इक्वलाइजेशन लीवी टैक्स और जीएसटी की प्रॉब्लम है यूएस कंपनी सेटअप करना क्या आप रेकमेंड करते हैं सो इट्स योर विश इफ़ यू आर स्टार्टिंग आउट मैं बिल्कुल रेकमेंड नहीं करूँगा कि आप यूएस कंपनी सेटअप करो पहले टेस्ट कर लो देख लो इफ़ इट्स वर्किंग फॉर यू और नॉट वरना आप सब कुछ पूरी दुकान लगा लो यूएस का कंपनी सेटअप कर लो सब कुछ कर लो और आपके लिए वो वर्क ही नहीं करेगा तो फिर फ़ायदा क्या है सो व्हाट आई वुड रेकमेंड इज पहले टेस्ट कर लो be patient and then see like whether you need it or not and for taxes and all bhai CA को contact करो मुझे नहीं all right so what's the next question da, da, da. So can I combine POD and dropshipping? Absolutely, you can definitely combine print on demand and dropshipping. Make a general store, make different collections, and then you can easily combine dropshipping and print on demand on your store. Hi Monis, is it mandatory to create a company to start e-commerce and how you handle international shipping? Because AliExpress is taking too much time. So I will, answer your question in different parts. So number one thing is no, it's not mandatory to start a company like the international company. But yes, what I would recommend is starting a proprietorship firm so that you can have a current company account with you. Okay, so make sure to start a proprietorship firm. That way, you will be having your company account with you, and you can collect all the payments inside that account. You can connect it with your PayPal account, and all the funds will be going to your company account. Now, the point two is how you handle international shipping because AliExpress is taking too much time. So, there are multiple options. Once I see that my product is doing good for me, and once I see that I am ready to scale it big, I use dollar fulfillment. That way, what happens is I stock up my products there in US, and then I am able to provide like 4 to 7 days shipping, for which I charge extra. So that way, my shipping is super fast and everything is very sorted for me. Okay, so where we can join your course? Simply go to ecomxuniversity.com. It's www.ecomxuniversity.com and you can enroll for my course. Suggest a theme for single product store. So you can start with venture theme, I believe, or if you want to make it even more cooler, then go for one page like Zipify's page builder, because Zipify pages are very cool. So go for Zipify page if you want to make a very cool page. If we take Ecomics University, then what support do we get in case what we get, when we get stuck or need opinion about any technical issue or views or creatives or ad copies? So, Aman, what's going to happen is once you enroll inside Ecomics University, you will be able to join a group that is dedicated only for the customers who have purchased Ecomics University. So it's called Ecomics University, the group. And what's going to happen is you can post all your questions inside that group, and I make sure to answer them within 24 hours. And you will be able to connect with lot of your seniors and a lot of people who are at your own level, completely starting out and all inside that group. That way, what will happen is you will see a kind of atmosphere where you can share your thoughts, you share your questions, and you can even connect with some great people. And I make sure to answer your questions inside that group. So do not worry about it. Plus, you can also attend my Q&A sessions like the way you are attending it right now. Is there any way to get one-on-one training from you? Yes, there is a way to get one-on-one training from me, and I have been training a lot of students these days. So you simply need to PM me, and although yes, I do charge a bomb. Like that is something which people say that Monis charges a bomb. So in order to deliver the kind of results which I deliver, I do charge a bomb. That is true. What future do you see of dropshipping? Will it continue to increase in further? Definitely. Dropshipping is a business model. Customers are going to keep on increasing. They will never decrease, right? So there is a great future for dropshipping. The thing which is going to change is the way you do dropshipping. Earlier, we used to rely on AliExpress. Now you have to find better options to deliver quality products and to deliver products on time. Alternative for ShipRocket, Nimbus Post, bro. Nimbus Post is the alternative. Budget for beginners to start dropshipping. You can start with around $2,000 to $3,000. Okay. So the question is, sir, can you please explain a bit about testing more creatives, ad creatives, or interest? What should we? I think I have already made a video on this, bro. So you can simply watch the video of mine where I have shared the complete testing process. And if you haven't seen it, make sure to test. You watch the complete video where I have like dedicated told you like everything about testing the product. Whew. All right, guys. So I'm just like here for the next 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna bounce. So if you're having any question for me, make sure to type it in the comments right away. Which bank account you use, how much fee charges, and how much volume do you deal monthly? So I simply use Kotak Mahindra, and that is something which I can tell you. Nothing else. Hi Munis bhai, अस्सलाम वालेकुम. एक लोकल ई कॉमर्स के लिए टेस्टिंग के लिए क्या बजट होना चाहिए और स्केलिंग करने के लिए क्या बजट होना चाहिए? So, bro, you can start with like 30 to 50,000 rupees with you, and then scaling का कोई बजट नहीं होता. Scaling आपके पास जितना ज़्यादा पैसा है उतना ज़्यादा scale करो. So there is no minimum budget for it. All right. So Suman says, how much do you charge for one-on-one training, sir? Sir, my charges start from 2 lakh rupees, and then it goes up to like $10,000. So depending on which level you are and which training you opt for. Thank you so much, bye. Appreciate it. You're welcome. Corona secured dropshipping future. All right, guys. So this is the last question which I'm going to answer. And it's again like DTDC versus delivery. So always go for the one which is working the best for you at present. And at present, eCart is working the best. So, guys, I had a great time, and I really hope that I've answered all your questions. And if you're having any other question for me, make sure to type it in the comments. I will try and answer it whenever I see it next. Okay. And for the people who have seen this video on YouTube, guys, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any update from this channel. So I had a great time, and you have a great Sunday. This is your friend Monis Ali signing off. Bye.